So teams that win, this is actually something that I got as a DM about, what's the difference between working with teams that are winners, teams that win, that they do well, they hit their numbers, versus teams that lose, teams that they have high churn from an employment standpoint, they don't hit their numbers, they fall apart, whatever it is. So I've got, probably 8 things written down here.
Wow.
That I think are teams that win. And this is coming from my experience at Sharma Brands, where we haven't lost a single employee in 4 years. So I think we have a team that wins. All right. So the first one is when you hire these people, they're hired in their zone of genius, meaning it's right in the middle of what they're passionate about, what they want to learn about, what they're interested in, but also what they're good at. And it doesn't mean that they're the best when they get hired, but they have that drive to want to be the best. Which leads to the next one, which is, liberal Twitter is going to hate this, but they've got a certain level of hustle and they like to work hard, and they're not leaving the office at, 5:01 p.m. They're usually there till 6:30 or 7. But it's not even that they just have a certain level of hustle. It's that they have this desire to want to be the best. Next one is an understanding that not everybody can get first place, and some people are going to suck. They just know that they don't want to be the ones that suck.
What does that mean?
Meaning, if you go, I feel like there's so many environments where everybody just gets participation trophies.
Yeah.
And everybody should win and everybody should do well.
Yeah.
But that's just not how the world works.
Sure.
Next one is and this is more specific to us, but whenever we have bad clients or bad experiences working with somebody or just a shitty moment, it's never that's the worst thing in the world. It's not the bottom. Instead, it's a test of the system's readiness. So how well can we react as a team or as a group? And also, it's an opportunity to get better or strengthen a muscle that's clearly pressing on something that's not a strong muscle. The other one is, these people are generally curious to see what can work. They're not defined by absolutes. So it's not oh, that's not going to work. We're not going to do that. It's not going to work. I don't think it's going to do well. It's more so okay, well, let's test it. Let's do it. Let's see what happens.
Sure.
And then the last one, which I thought was interesting, more for more junior employees, is that they have respect for technologies being used. So for example, we have a account manager. And why are you laughing?
I'm smiling because that sounds like what management would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're like, fuck you, I'm not going to do all this work to change the technology we're using. I'm used to this.
Yeah.
I don't want to revolutionize our system because a 22-year-old just joined this company and is like, have you heard of this software?
Well, it's more so that the 22-year-olds are okay, so you guys are using Figma for design. I'm going to go spend the weekend learning about how to use Figma so I can better understand it in conversations in other contexts.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I was smiling because I thought you meant you were using Photoshop and they're like, how about we use Figma? And you're like, no, respect what I already understand.
Back to your corner.
Okay.